Ми продовжуємо роботу.
We continue our work at Ukraine Crisis Media Center. And now the floor is given to Colonel Andriy Lysenko, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesperson on NATO-related issues. Welcome. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Now information about the events that happened in the anti-terror operation area and about training of Ukrainian armed forces in the firing grounds. The Lugansk sector, the occupants delivered 2 shellings in Krymska. It happened in the morning and at about 5 p.m. The enemy used small arms and Ukrainian forces in both cases returned fire. The Donetsk sector, the enemy violated ceasefire in Avdiivka-Pisky part of front line. Armored incidents happened both during light and during dark hours. Heavy weapons was not used. On the whole, in the Donetsk sector, there were 5 enemy shellings. Mariupol area, at dawn and during second part of the day in Marienka, there was heavy mortar shelling delivered by the enemy. In the course of second shelling, the occupants hit residential quarters. On the whole, the militants launched about 30 mines. Also, the situation was tense in Berezove, Pavlopil, and in other positions. The occupants didn't use heavy weapons, but enemy shellings were lasting and heavy, and the Ukrainian forces returned fire and used armored vehicles. And in the majority of cases, the enemy violated ceasefire during dark hours. On the whole, yesterday in the Mariupol area, there were 9 enemy shellings. So during the last 24 hours, as a result of the military actions, 2 servicemen of State Border Service of Ukraine died, and 2 servicemen of the Armed Forces of Ukraine were wounded. Our hearts go out to the relatives and families of the servicemen who died. According to information provided by Chief Intelligence Department of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, Russian occupation forces continue non-controlled setting of mines and explosives at the line of contact. And the result is, on the 27th of September, in the area of responsibility of so-called 6th Regiment, there was a blow-up of enemy armored vehicle on an anti-tank mine. At checkpoint in Slavyansk region, law enforcement revealed illegal ammunition. And at 10:45 near Malinovka village, police stopped a car that went in the direction of Kharkiv. During the check, law enforcers revealed Dragunov sniper rifle magazines, 64 cartridges of 7.62 millimeter of caliber, and RGD-5 grenade. The driver couldn't explain the origin of this ammunition. The ammunition was confiscated and the perpetrator was detained. According to information provided by National Police, from the start of year, police officers in Donetsk confiscated from illegal circulation 180 kilograms of explosive substances, 148,000 of ammunition units, and including 638 grenades. And also in Zaporizhzhia, SBU detained an enemy propagandist. The law enforcement established that the detained in 2014-2016 worked in the occupied Donetsk, where he prepared and placed on the internet resources, the materials, with call on to violate territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine, and he instigated ethnic hatred. Special forces detained the propagandist right after he returned to his native town, and in course of search at the place of his residence, law enforcers confiscated computer equipment and information means with the proof of preparation and dissemination of anti-Ukrainian propaganda.
The exercises are ongoing of the local territorial defense unit in Mogilev-Podilsky district in Vinnytsia region. The personnel mastered the access mode procedure. They also trained in checking road vehicles and to use techniques in the case of assault on checkpoints, and they learned how to counteract imaginary hostile subversive groups. 50 best military men of this National Guard of Ukraine passed their qualification exams at the firing ground in Novi Petrievsky. The agenda of the event included overcoming of natural and artificial obstacles, strength exercises, firing exercises. 10 servicemen achieved the final stage. As a result, the best guardsmen were allowed to wear the blue berets with the badges. Two lorries yesterday passed Novotroitsky checkpoint. They brought over 15 tons of medicines from the UN High Commissioner for Refugees office to the Lugansk region Ukrainian citizens. Thank you. That's all for today.